Namaste everyone, Matt Lowe here. You're watching Meditation for Dummies. This episode is a beginner's guide to starting the process of possibly thinking about, maybe contemplating looking into the idea of hopefully injecting some meditation in your life. I just started meditating literally a few weeks ago, but I have been researching it throughout the parts of my life I like to call the procrastination period. It's a pretty big part of my life. With that said, I wanted to bring you all along with me to my favorite place where I find my zen in meditating, and give you some tips on how you can get started if you're interested. So let's go to space! Sponsored by Space Force. Woo! Welcome everyone. Let's get down to business, shall we? As you may or may not know, a few weeks ago my life was turned upside down, much like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's was. Somebody I knew passed away, my girlfriend and I decided to break up, so she's like my ex now, and around the same time, my sister informed me she was selling her house that I currently reside in, and my overall mental health was going deeper and deeper into a depressed state. You see, I've had a lot of situations in my life where the doo-doo has hit the fan. Each one of these times I've lost my mind and I've given up on life instantly, which didn't help at all. This time around I decided to try and stay positive and work harder on changing my mental state. With this, I dove into the deep end of the meditation pool. What could it hurt to try and maybe make some positive changes during negative times? There are so many books, documentaries, and podcasts about meditation that can get your mental juices flowing. The specific book that jump-started my brain and essentially changed my life forever was a book written by Dan Harris called 10% Happier. Harris's story resonates with me because he had similar mental health issues, especially dealing with high levels of anxiety and panic attacks. In this book, Harris takes the ancient art of meditation and infuses his story with cutting-edge scientific research on how it affects your body and mind. He shows how important meditation can be in coping with the chaos and stress of modern-day life. For example, it has been proven that just after 8 weeks of daily meditation, you will see mental and physical changes. Your levels of depression and anxiety will lessen. Your ability in memory and focus will increase. After finally taking a real look at the subject of meditation, I realized that when I was growing up, mental health, mindfulness, and meditation all had a very unnecessary stigma attached to it. Much like a lot of things today, it still kind of does. One of the common misconceptions is that meditation involves religion of some sort. Although there are spiritual and religious groups that use the practice as part of their rituals, meditation can be used solely for an individual to work on their mental health. So no matter what you believe in or what you don't, meditation can be for anyone. Another misconception that kept me from wanting to try practicing meditation was that you literally had to clear your head of all thoughts and keep a blank mind. As I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, self-diagnosed via research based off of Google and WebMD, I tried this technique and couldn't meditate for even 5 minutes without going insane. So whatever journey you're going on in this world, I'm right there with you. I mean, not right now, I'm way out in outer space, but you know what I'm saying. I just wanted to let you know that it turns out there are many methods and practices that you can do in the lane of Zen. What I've learned is that meditation isn't exactly about making your thoughts completely disappear. It's about not letting those thoughts define who you are and how you feel all the time. It's about not reacting instantly to what goes through your mind, but rather take a step back, breathe, and collect yourself. Just knowing this really inspired me to get started, and I'm glad I finally did. I wanted to give you all a few places to start out if you're interested in changing your perspective and what feels like the average person's chaotic one-track life. Starting off with the book 10% Happier by Dan Harris. This is something that I will repeat is a very fast read, but it does have a lot of life-changing information in it if you're open to accepting it. Of course, YouTube has lots of free information on meditation, how to get started, guided sessions, music playlists, you name it. Something else that I really highly suggest, there's a show on Netflix called Headspace Guide to Meditation. Really great information for beginners like you and I. Which brings me to apps. You remember that Netflix show I just told you about called called Headspace Guide to Meditation. Headspace makes an app. I subscribe to it. I really love it. It's all about mindfulness and meditation. It's a great thing for beginners, but there's all kinds of advanced levels as well. If you're sitting on the toilet and you just have some time on your hands, just go to the App Store, type in meditation, or go to YouTube, type in meditation. Pretty much just type in meditation anywhere, and you will find yourself with a bunch of information and good leads on how to get started. So if you've always been interested in meditating, but you find yourself falling down any of the stigma-induced misconception rabbit holes like I used to, or you think you just don't have enough time in the day with your busy life, don't you think it's finally time for you to make yourself happy? I am a very busy person, and I have become addicted to meditating. Taking a step back at some point of the day and just breathing, calming myself in a very chaotic life. At some point, you have to choose yourself for at least a brief period of your day. I deserve to be happy, and so do you. Join me. Much love, everybody.